There was a young lady on TikTok, and I found it very interesting. It's part of one of the reasons why I brought up this topic. Um, she was an epileptic, and what happened was, with her previous boyfriend, whenever she would go into epileptic fits, she would pass out, and he would have sex with her when she was passed out. Um, she got a new boyfriend, and this is the first time she had a seizure with him, and she woke up and she started feeling for her clothes. And he was sitting on the couch with some water and stuff waiting for her. And she said, I still have my clothes on. He was like, why wouldn't you have your clothes on? He said, she said, well, my old boyfriend would have sex with me because he wanted to make sure I was okay or try to bring me back. The young man looked at her and said, I'm sorry, babe, but that was rape. She didn't even understand what this man was doing to her was rape. Sex is consensual. If it's not consensual, it's rape. Period. So I know a lot of people go, well, shorty in the club, she all drunk, sloshed out. It's rape. Because if she was conscious without the alcohol, 9 times out of 10, she might have said no. So when you do these things, it's rape. And real quick before I pass it on, I hope Love Tucker doesn't mind me kind of going around this subject because she talked about it on my show when she had to protect her younger sister, her younger twin sisters. A family member gave her a choice: it's either going to be you or them, and she chose to stand for them. Like, do you understand what we're doing to our culture, to our people? Do you understand what that is? And yeah, TK said earlier uh, that what about the deacons in the church that kiss upon people? This is the deacons and the deaconess too. Don't just not say the deacons, but that goes back to giving the child space to say I feel uncomfortable. And it's no, it's no. That's just a godly kiss. Then let me grow up to understand what a godly kiss is, and you stop touching me. How about that? How about we do that? Because that's what I tell my people. How if one of the kids at my church come to me and say, "Well, Tony, I feel uncomfortable around blah 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 blah," I'm going to say, "Well, let them know. You want to go? You want me to go with you? Do not approach. Do not shake. Praise the Lord and keep it moving. If they feel uncomfortable for you, you can't just automatically say to them, "Oh, this is what I meant." No, this is what they feel. Let's deal with what they feel first, and then we can get to what you meant. Stop excusing your behavior because you think it's okay. No, we can't do that. We have to understand people have the right to how they feel, and we should move accordingly. I'm gonna land it right there.
Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, I'm wow. Um another slight point that I want to make before we get to the end of the show. And we probably gonna have to do some kind of offshoot or a part 2 or something to this, for sure. So here's the thing, right? This is where my mind goes because I'm always trying to peel back the layers of the onion all the time. I'm going to talk about boys because I don't have the experience as a girl or a woman, but I'm going to talk about boys specifically. So I don't want to say that it doesn't happen the other way. But when we grow up in the vein of what Tony Massey was talking about, having how many girlfriends do you have and all of this. And when you then show the achievement of having all of the girlfriends, you get a pat on the back. What we don't realize is happening over time is that we're building a trigger for our reward center in our brain, right? So every time I do the thing, it's going to make me feel good. Even when there's no one there to pat me on the back, it's almost kind of like a virtual pat. Like, okay, I did it. Because this is what I got cheered on for growing up. And what it also becomes is a coping mechanism because we are also raised to be emotionally muted. So when I have a problem, I got to go to what I know for a fact is going to make me feel better. That also lends itself to our ego. So when I'm out on the street, if I'm having a bad day, let me go grab up a chicken, and that's going. I'm a feel better because I'm not emotionally intelligent enough. I haven't talked to anybody to even release whatever I'm going through. So let me just go ahead and hurry up and find. Matter of fact, this is how you know for a fact that this is how we're socialized. Whenever we are hurt coming out of a relationship, or even a lot of times while we're in it, the first thing we go to, let me go sleep with somebody. That's gonna make me feel better. Let me go to the club, bro. I know I just broke up yesterday. Let me go to the club and see how many I can pull because I'm gonna feel better. The emotional intelligence is at an all-time low. You don't even care about healing at this point. The only thing that you're trained to do is to go out there and hunt and find something so I could feel better. Because when I was 5, I was told that this is what I'm supposed to do. And you'll have a grown man that's 40 still doing it. Because every time, even though that moment of pleasure or that moment of I conquered was small, at least I got a hit. I got a little hit. I need to get another little hit because I don't know how to resolve this stuff. And I'm not saying this to normalize it. I'm saying everything comes from a place, and we have to start changing. To everybody's point that was in the comments, and even up here, we talked about how we have to start raising our kids and our grandkids to move differently, or that conditioning lasts a lifetime for a lot of people. Y'all know the moment they be like, the only way to get over one is to get under somebody else. So now your toxic ass is going to go find somebody to destroy. And then the cycle continues. So I just wanted to make that point. A lot of us who, Gen Xers, we didn't know any other way. Because everybody, that whole thing, everybody was doing it. We literally saw everybody doing it. So we kind of fell into it. But we now have the opportunity to, as the point of this show and everybody on here that has a platform, we got to do better by starting with ourselves first and being able to have these conversations and touch more people so that we don't have to have another generation. Like my daughter's 12, another generation coming through, and we know what it looks like. We know what the beginning looks like, and we've seen the end. And it's nothing pretty in between. We have the opportunity now to affect some change. To Tony Watt's point, it's about the community. We have to start changing it. And so I'm gonna land there. But yeah, it's this is, like I say, you see these men, you see these women who can't be alone, and I can't be by myself. Like it's ingrained. The attachments and all of that stuff. It's a big picture, but like I said, we have to start with ourselves. We gotta socialize with each other and change the way we socialize in order for it to grow exponentially and stop worrying about me. We got to start worrying about the community, or it's all bad. So I'm gonna land there.